Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Sunday special for the Ultimate Scum One Life Survival Challenge. And yes, this is going to be a short one. I played about 9 hours or so with this character and got a little bit creative with it. And as I'm thinking now, one thing this challenge is doing, especially if you die in different ways, is it definitely helps you to learn. And the only way you learn is from experience. Like the guy who made the light bulb. I think he failed like 60 times, okay? Now, this series is, for me, a personal challenge, and it is the most exciting footage I can bring you at this time, because my ultimate single player Scum showcase, I can only start when the 0.6 update comes out. And like I said, the devs are gonna add animal damage multiplier to add to the PvE challenge. So, yes, we went for 3 strength, 4.5 constitution, 5 dexterity, and 3 intelligence. I do not know why I picked this tattoo. Probably because I've got faith. I've got faith that I'm going to do this. And when I say I'm going to do this, I don't know when, but I definitely know I am. When I look at the events tab, there's only 2 players in contention to get the ultimate survival certificate on my server. I'm not aware of what's going on the Australia, New Zealand ultimate One Life server, but on my server, there's only 2 people that have reached 1,000 fame, and I think the one guy's got 1,200 and something fame. And the only way you go over 1,000 fame is by killing people. So he definitely frustrated a lot of people by killing them. But what I want you guys to remember is, in this One Life Survival Challenge, the only way you fail the challenge is if you die due to PvE elements, okay? If you die to a player, of course you lose all your gear. Okay, but you don't lose all your progression. So if a player kills you, you can come back the next day and respawn. Even if you don't have 200 fame, guys, you will still be able to do a random spawn. It's going to take you time to get back to your base, or back to your vehicle, or back to your crates, or whatever you've built up. But that's the only punishment that you get when you get killed by a player. Of course, the player that kills you clearly benefited from it, okay? But I just want you guys to know that that is part of this challenge. You can, your character doesn't end if you get killed by another player. And getting killed by another player on this challenge is very, very rare, because I looked at the stats and more than 200, almost 300 people have joined this challenge, or have attempted this challenge, and like I say, most of them are below 600 fame. I think Ranger is attempting to get to 1,000 fame. Most of my characters have gone to 500 fame within the first 2 days in game. You know, like within 3 or 6 hours I've reached 500 fame plus. But yes, a lot of people have given up, so just know that getting killed by a player is very rare, but it is allowed. And if you get killed by a player, your challenge isn't over. Now, the reason that I chopped up that fat puppet is, if I look at the time that it takes me to kick a puppet to get the arrows from him, it's, depending on how he's lying, it's a major waste of time. And yeah, it's a bit frustrating trying to kick him into the right position. So I just have a stone knife with me, usually, and I chop him up, and then all the arrows gets released. So that's a very, very easy way. One thing that I can say is the axe is very big, but if you get the metal saw, don't let it go, guys. The metal saw is great because it works like an axe, except you get more sticks. You get more sticks from it, and you will see now that you can repair a knife or a sharp object by buy a tool set, tool bench, buy a tool bench or workbench. Okay, you can repair it by a workbench if you've got a toolbox. So just know that without a workbench you can repair any blunt item, and with a workbench you can repair any sharp item systematically, little by little. Okay, but you can still do it. Now, I killed this bird on the roof, but I want you guys to see the various options that you have. Of course, close quarters isn't too bad, but I'm going to open this door again. And of course, you can do a lot of parkour. There are towns where you can jump from roof to roof. It definitely helps you with PvP if you think someone's in the town, to get higher ground to spot him. But instead of shooting a bunch of puppets through a window, you can get onto higher ground, like a roof, and kill all of them. Like if I had 20 puppets on me, I could have gotten onto the roof and killed them one by one. So here you can see I've got a small toolbox. I am at the workbench, and now I can repair that metal saw, slowly but surely. Okay, so it's confirmed. Blunt items, you only need the toolbox, and sharp items like knives and stuff, you can sharpen by a workbench with a toolbox. Okay, so that's a great benefit. I was struggling a bit here because I picked up the hunting rifle, so every time I interacted with something, I dropped my spear. So try and make a crate as soon as possible so that you don't sit with that kind of problem. Now, I leveled up to basic survival and basic engineering quite quickly because I got hit and I went down to 30%, and then I was lying in a bed to heal, and I just thought to myself, no, you can multitask while you're healing. Okay, so don't take a risk when you get hurt. Don't push yourself to the brim. Okay, if you get hurt, go into the forest, craft an axe if you haven't got a metal saw or a big axe, and then you craft the single door opening to get to basic engineering. If you're at basic engineering, you always craft the last item in that level, okay? And this thing and the wood log is the last thing, okay? So that's while you're healing or while you haven't got anything better to do. Chop down trees, put down the blueprint, and just add planks to it so that you can level up survival and your engineering slowly but surely, especially if you have to heal. That was really, really cool. Of course, I found a thread by the airfield. I felt very good. I repaired my crowbar completely so that I can use the crowbar. I didn't decide to go for the sledgehammer, but I did pick up the pitchfork. And like I told you guys, the pitchfork is the ultimate spear. The pitchfork does a heck of a lot more damage than a spear. But what I want you to focus on here is my stamina. Okay, I've killed a wolf with a club with nails on, very easily. A wolf has never killed me, but take a look at my stamina right here. I'm spamming the hit button, so I am getting him, but as soon as my stamina went below 40%, my speed of trying to hit him slowed down, giving him the opportunity to cripple me, and now my stamina is done, so I'm extremely slow, okay? So please, I did die here, but remember that. If your stamina gets lower, your hits don't do as much damage, and you're a lot slower. That's why when I started hitting him, I really thought I was going to kill him because I've killed the wolf with just a club that I added nails to. Very easily, a wolf's never killed me. But because I spammed the hit button, okay, and I could have climbed onto something, and killed him with a bow from the top. So just think actively. I hope you guys enjoyed the short episode, and I'll see you on Monday, where we're going to crush this challenge. So have a great day, guys. Hope you have a great week.